As my final video this year, we are going to take a step into the future and we're going to jump into 2026 as we are going to test out this absolutely insane mod which essentially overhauls the entire grid and brings us a few years into the future. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, leave a like. If you do, subscribe for more, it really helps out the channel, and let's get into it. We're going to do a 25% race and we're also going to check out the entire mod in detail, so let's get into it. Now then, we're going to jump into cars, drivers, all that good stuff. I'll leave a timestamp down below to the race start if you want to go skip to that part. But for now, let's kind of run through the mod and see what it has to offer. So, Mercedes, as you can see, with a new livery, black and red, Ineos taking up a majority stake in the team. Nick De Vries and George Russell in this one. We then go to Red Bull, which are backed by Porsche and have a complete rebrand also in the black and red colour scheme. Absolutely insane livery. This looks really awesome. A shame it's most likely not going to happen, as it sounds like Ford are actually going to be the ones who partner up with Red Bull for 2026. But we have Max Verstappen, and by the way, look at that suit, which is absolutely insane. And Liam Lawson, currently work in progress, as I have the old Sergio Perez name and helmet. Now up next, one of my favourites, Ferrari. Look at how good this livery looks. The Scuderia Ferrari logo on the shark fin and the rear wing looks absolutely insane. Really nice bit of detail there, and one of my favourite liveries actually of the entire mod. Another black and red, but still awesome livery, awesome car combo. Charles Leclerc as the number one, and number two seems to be Robert Schwartzman, but again, modifications have to be made for this to update it. And now back to the future as we travel back in time to the chrome red black McLaren here. Some orange highlights which I can kind of see through the metallic paint, not quite sure if that's the background or not, but either way this looks absolutely friggin' awesome. Vodafone as the title sponsor, and we have Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. So yeah, again, the suit not up to date, but no big deal, still absolutely awesome. We then go to Renault, which take over Alpine. Again, very sweet livery here. The yellow just works for me. Yellow should always be on the F1 grid. It's an insane colour. I hope we get a team in yellow sometime in the future. And for this one, we have Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon. Look at the quality of these suits, by the way. Absolutely insane. Love them to bits. And then we bring back an old classic. AlphaTauri out, Toro Rosso back in, and with their iconic 2017, 18 livery and 19 as well, to be fair. Love this combo. I wish they'd bring it back. And for the drivers, we have Jahan Ruvla and Yuki Tsunoda with the OG Toro Rosso suits. And this is an interesting one. Aston Martin Aramco, big fan of this kind of greyed out, dark grey, mattish finish with the light blue and the green of the Aramco. You can see the Drogovic, so you can already tell who one of the drivers are going to be. But this is a really awesome livery, man. This kind of satin, dark greyish livery with the Aramco sponsorship. Big fan of this one, to be honest with you. One of my favourites of the entire mod. And driver lineup is going to be Lance Stroll and Felipe Drogovic. Currently, of course, Seb's helmet, but you know, Seb has now retired, and you might see Seb somewhere else, to be fair, in real life in 2026. Now then, up next we have an iconic name, Van Amersfoort F1 team, which, as you guys know, is a historic name outside of F1, but they've now drafted in, got the capital, and joined F1, essentially, I believe, replacing, could be Williams, to be fair, I can't really tell now. Either way, looking absolutely insane, and the livery is awesome, man. Bringing in a bit of that Dutch orange along with a black finish. Really nice bit of detail there. And for their driver lineup, it's going to be Logan Sargent and Ben Viscal as the second driver there. Very tasty, keeping the Dutch driver in the team. We then go to Audi Sport F1, and this is a tasty one here. Big fan of this one as well. Also black and red, nice livery. Let's have a look and see who the lineup is. So, Terpel Chair alongside Nico Hulkenberg. Very tasty lineup, to be fair. Big fan of that. Of course, suits not fully up to date, no big deal. And then finally we go to Andretti, which have brought out Haas. Very nice livery as well, with the kind of grey matte finish and the yellow and the blue. Cambridge as the title sponsor, Kevin Magnussen, and I don't know who this is. I've literally got no idea. I don't recognise the face. I could be wrong. I'll take a punt and say because his face isn't in the game, I'm going to assume it's Colton Herta, but I could be wrong. Here we go then. Let's get into it. Let's waste no time. Let's get the revs in the sweet spot. Not the best start, but you know what, we'll take it. It's a very short run down turn one anyway, so it's not really much of an issue. Going to switch to the outside here to try and get the move on Latifi. who is on the same tyre as us. That's the important thing here, trying to pass all the medium runners early on. Let's see if he re-challenges as we now head into the S section, leaving plenty of space, being very cautious in terms of how the AI behave. Let's see if he fights back. We're going to leave the space, but we're going to get ahead and get that move done. It took way longer than I hoped for, but anyway, we're through. Let's try and make some progress now and race after other cars and see if we can make some more progress here. Important that we try and ideally really get all the heavy lifting done on this tyre, so then we can really be aggressive and push on the soft tyre at the end. And we're going to try and go a bit longer maybe on this stint. Well, let's see, it's going to take a few laps here just to get my confidence up. The barriers are very close and I'm jumping into this with no practice on 110 AI. And, you know, no assists, all that good stuff. You guys know how we run on the channel. So we're going to try to make it work. Here we go then, as we approach the hotel section. I wonder if we can get a run. I'm running a very low downforce setup, so we're going to be super fast on the straight. And we'll also have a very good ability to recharge the battery. Let's see though, into the hairpin. Going to get a nice wide line here to set up the cutback. Both Aston Martin and Aramco's battling away. We could actually get them both here. Look at the straight line speed as we walk past on the straight. That's turn number one. Let's try and go to the outside. Don't run into the back of Schumacher if I can avoid it, but we still managed to go around the outside and pull off a beautiful triple overtake there. Stroll, Schumacher and Vettel getting overtaken. So we now head into the S's for the second time. Got some action ahead, too wide, so more opportunities to overtake by the looks of it. Let's see if we can just keep it clean through here. We're going to suffer a little bit in sector one, I think, due to running such low drag, but then we'll really benefit on the straights. And we'll have a lot of battery to use as we head into the hairpin. I've kind of had a bit of a shy look around the outside of Albon there, but no way through. Schumacher looking to re-challenge in the Andretti as we head through the chicane, trying to get Albon in the Van Amersfoort racing car. Let's see, going to get a nice run here. A little bit of battery. ERS feels really powerful. I don't know if they've changed the physics on the mod, I haven't actually checked, but it feels like there's a lot more cornering ability, and also the battery deployment seems a lot more powerful. I mean, well, look at this, we're absolutely just blasting on straight. I'm pretty sure ERS is way more powerful, which is going to be the case with the 2026 regulations. So if they have done that, fair play. That is a very nice adjustment on the mod, to be fair. Bit of ball spin there, so we've got so much power. Getting the run here on Gasly in the Toro Rosso. Feels good to say that again. Easy does it into turn one. Lots of battling ahead, so I just want to try and keep our nose clean. We'll talk about the engine in a bit. Let's try and see if we can clear a few more of these cars first, make some more progress. So the AI losing a load of time battling right now, so there's places for us to gain. Already up to P14 after 2 laps. And now we're going to have the RS, which will make us very quick. There we go, using the battery, wasting no time. Look at this, what is this? Wow, that's insane, it's like a cheat code. I'm not sure if the AI have that, or as strong as me, but wow, the Ferrari is a very fast car. It's a 2019 Ferrari engine on absolute steroids, by the looks of it. Anyway, I won't abuse that too much, as it seems a bit of a exploit. Let's try and get Bottas here, and get P11. DRS open. Closing in on the Audi. Look at the straight line speed, man. A little bit wide through there. But we'll get the run now into the final corner. There we go, closing in. And that's not even a competition. That is not even fair. Wow. Anyway, as I was saying, engine-wise, for 2026, the engine rules, of course, are changing, and the ERS will essentially be way more powerful than what it is right now. And they'll also have, I believe, more deployment of it. The difference is, it's going to take a while to kick in, so there'll be essentially a slight bit of turbo lag for the 2026 cars, as they will be much more, more powered by ERS, just the electric and hybrid part of the engine. Bottas gets back past, interestingly enough there. Using a bit of energy of his own to get the move done. So it will change the dynamic of racing, and I can see they've tried to replicate this in the mod, which is pretty damn awesome, to be honest with you. So brownie points for the mod creator for working on that. That is a very, very nice detail. Also feels like the car just has a lot more front end, at least in qualifying did. In the race not so much, but I'm not sure if that's the tyres that have maybe been adjusted a little bit. As we're on Michelin, they maybe changed the values a little bit. But big fan of the engine change. That is a nice little adjustment. I've got a bit of battling up ahead here. Hamilton involved in the Mercedes, Ocon in the Renault. Bottas looking to get involved as well. Let's see if we can get stuck in with Norris in there with the McLaren as well. Look at this, man. This ERS power is insane. Just carving through them like they're not even there. Look how easy it is. Can we get the thing stopped for turn 1? Yes, we can. That's 4 cars passed on a straight. Clearly some work needs to be done, at least for the AI, so that they can also be competitive, because it feels like I'm on steroids right now, but that is insane, man. Right, let's try and make some more progress then, as we now have got through the first sector. We're back in the DRS zones. Wait for the DRS. There we go. Closing in. Even without the battery, we're so fast on the straight anyway. Through the chicane, under the hotel. There's Hulkenberg currently at the front of this train in the Audi, who's pulling us along. Here we go, getting the run on Alonso in the Renault. Ricciardo also using his battery to blast past. You can see Hulkenberg is just a sitting duck without any battery deployment or DRS. Whoa, that's not good. That's not ideal. That's sim damage for you. That's Ricciardo and Perez pit. We're going to use the energy here to try and blast past everyone. This is actually insane. The racing could be ridiculous if it's anything like this. But we're going to use the energy here. Zhou though, or in this case Hulkenberg, but yeah, Zhou using the energy to fight back. And now we've got this really bad wing damage, which isn't going to help, so we're going to have to pit this lap, I think.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
We've got to get the wing fixed, so we are going to use this energy to kind of compensate for our lack of cooling ability. You can see how fast the battery drains. If you went for like one push lap, you'd be empty by the end of it. Probably not even by the end of it, probably halfway through, especially a circuit like this. But the recharge ability is very high as well, which is something I know that the new battery will have in 2026. So yeah, we're keeping up here with Zhou. We'll select the wing change, make sure that we do get that change. Look at this. It's too easy. It's way too easy. I can still survive without a wing. Using all the battery here on the in-lap to just basically cruise. Look how far away we've gotten. This is insane, ridiculous. Either way, let's pit then, and let's get the wing fixed and get a set of soft tyres on. Using the last bit of energy here into the pit lane. As we're going to have to take a bit of pain during the pit stop for our wing change. Lovely. Right, here we go. Let's get that fixed. Come on, Ferrari. Let's see if in 2026 you've improved in terms of your pit stop efficiency. Okay, not too bad. Got held there a little bit by Sebastian. But that's not terrible. So soft tyres on. And we're going to have the advantage now.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Turn 1 is going to be closed, racing with some traffic. Ocon and also Schumacher. Got cold tyres right now, so just got to be careful. There is no turbo lag. It would be nice to have maybe a bit of turbo lag to kind of replicate what the regulations would be like. Well, let's see. We'll try and clear most of this traffic on this lap and start to push and essentially get a bit of an undercut attempt on those who haven't stopped yet. So just going through the recharge phase here, trying to get as much charge back for when we get to the DRS zones, and then we'll just basically drain the battery to get past all 3 of these guys. That was a horrible bit of driving through there. That's really putting me on the back foot. But anyway, here we go. Switching on the juice. Look at this. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh my God, Norris with a late move there. Kind of offense and defense at the same time. Going for the move again though. I'm actually wheel spinning the rears at different points, but there we go. We blast past all 3 of them. And now we get the move done. Let's try and get onto Alonso here as well and steer into the wall. Anyone in the pit lane? Nope, looks like everyone's still staying out, interestingly enough. So work to be done. Here we go then.
Carlos is in for his stop now.
Carlos pits, as looks like the remaining cars are going to be pitting this lap. And we've got action here. I'm trying to recharge the battery so that I can make this very easy for myself and just basically pass all of these cars on one single straight. I'd like to attempt it if possible. Look at this though, it's absolute just madness here. Everyone battling 3 wide, 2 wide into the final corner. And this is our chance now. Here we go. Activate the boost. And look at this, we just walked past all of them before the start of finish line. If that was the last lap, we would have got all of them cars. That is mental. Anyway, through we go. We clear the traffic, we'll let them guys just battle away, and we're going to move up to P5 and try to chase down this podium. Also, these cars seem to be super efficient on fuel. We started off at 0.8, we're now 2 laps over as we set a new fastest lap of the race. Up to Russell 4.5 up ahead, so we'll try and keep making progress. We've absolutely dropped the midfield now, so let's see if we can try and get these leaders, at least get a top 3. The top 2's a little bit too far away, but 4 laps to go, just under 4 laps now. Lovely, so Perez and Russell are battling, which will enable us to close the gap. Tyres get a bit hot, so I've got to be careful, but we do improve yet again on our fastest lap of the race. Should be within the DRS hopefully by the end of the lap, especially if they're battling. So let's see if we can try and bag that podium. They're still going side by side. I've run out of battery here, but I'm hoping to just nick some DRS if I could, but I'm not too sure. I'm using all the battery I've got left. I'm going to push this final corner, and there we go, we've got DRS. So we're going to get 2 laps to bag this podium. That's probably the best we can hope for in this race. So let's try and recharge the battery, and that will be our golden ticket to a top 3 finish. As Perez re-overtakes Russell for that 3rd place for now. Let's just sit behind and see if we can get some battery back. Russell back through on Checo as we actually get dropped out of the DRS range. The racing dynamic is different, especially if you're not using battery. It seems like the top teams have very powerful batteries to kind of race with. So we're not going to have DRS here, but that's okay. Just kind of recharging at the moment. As you can see now, Perez gets back in front of Russell. We'll get a chance now at the final corner and on the pit straight to go for the move. Nice wide line. Cut back inside. On to the last lap of the race. Here we go. Just like that. We're through. Can we get it stopped? Just about. We get a warning in the process, but we're through. Whew, my god. It's amazing how overpowered this straight line speed is, man. And here we go then, using up the rest of the battery as we look to close out the race. Verstappen will win, Sainz will get 2nd, we're going to finish P3 with the fastest lap hopefully. Looking to try and improve yet again, but I don't think I've got enough. Actually I might just improve to be fair, but there we go. That was a preview of 2026.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
They've delivered an outstanding performance today under intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
And there we have it then, guys. That was a race around Jeddah with the F1 2026 mod. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, I overall got to say was very impressed. There's a lot of detail, a lot of work that's gone into it. Work to be done, of course, but when you go for a mod and make a mod that's so damn complex, there's always going to be issues, and it's going to be hard to kind of smoothen out. So I can totally relate and, you know, understand the creator on that one. So yeah, go show some support, guys. Link down below, give it a 5-star review, and tell them I sent you. If you have the PC, you want to try mods yourself, then give it a go. Link down below. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, this is the last video of the year, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Happy New Year, and I'll see all of you soon. As always, a big shout out to the members for the final time this year. Thank you so much for all the support year long. Finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.